Welcome to the show,
Yeah, Poopy.
everybody. It's same cast every day. Not you, busted Tori, not like that. Oh, oh goodness.
Oops.
Welcome to the look at what man. Welcome to the show. I'm Martell Roland.
And I'm Tina Marie.
So my thing keeps saying that my internet signal is horrible, but according to my other thing down here, I got great internet signal. So I don't know what's going on with StreamYard right now, but we're going to do our best to get through this show. So, Tina said she wanted me to put some time aside, so I decided to do it at the beginning of the show because she wanted to talk about this whole Planet Fitness and transgender and the women's transgender woman in the female's bathroom. And I just want to add a note on to that because of this story getting out, Planet Fitness value has went down 400. I think it said $400 million since this story
Yep.
has come out.
Yep.
So Tina, take it away.
What? Why am I taking it away? Okay, so the from the gist of the what I got from the blog was that a family, it sounded like a husband, wife, and a daughter, a young daughter, went to Planet Fitness. Not sure if they were all working out, but anyway, the daughter needed to use the bathroom. The mother was taking the daughter into the bathroom and they encountered a trans woman, right? So it sounds like the trans woman was asked to come step out for a second so the daughter could use the bathroom, and the trans woman said no. And then the father got involved, and then it was a whole rigmarole going on, and Planet Fitness ended up banning the family from utilizing their services. That's the gist of it. And then, like you said, after that decision, um, their stock fell quite tremendously. Yikes. So
Yeah.
I did, this was a story that I was kind of like glazing over because I feel like we've heard a lot of these stories, right? Until
Mhm.
I actually went through like listening to the videos they put up on the blog, and then they also had a picture of the trans woman. And you know, I was like, okay, where I can see why she felt the way she felt. But then I also said, like we were discussing last night, why does Planet Fitness not have unisex locker rooms and bathrooms, right? So then it kind of takes the guesswork out of, because everybody isn't on the same page with things, kind of takes the guesswork out of it. If you walk into a unisex bathroom, you're going to see any and everybody, right? And that's your choice because you're
Mhm.
walking into a unisex bathroom, right?
That's
Um,
correct.
so I was curious as to what your thoughts and opinions was about the encounter.
So after seeing the picture of the person, I can see why they wanted that person to step out because I get it. To me, they look like a person who just identifies as the woman, but didn't go through the process of actually to go through the appearance to look like a woman. They just say, "Oh, I'm a woman," that they're just identifying as it.
Hmm.
So to me, to not to offend anybody, but it just looked like an older male dressed in women's clothing. So I would have questioned it too because I wouldn't have taken it as I would not have taken it as this as a transgender woman. Like you could have been, this could have been a person that was, how we got some people that's on a whole nother like type of crazy out there. Oh, I'm gonna go put on
Hmm.
women's clothing and say that I'm a trans person just so I can see women naked, even though I'm not really a trans
Hmm.
woman or whatever the case may be. So there are some
Hmm.
crazy people that's crazy enough to try to pull something like that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
um I think banning the family from coming to their establishments, I think was a little bit too far, unless they made it seem. Like you just can't come back to this location for making it seem, but you are,
Mhm.
or you can't go to any of our other locations. Um, I
Mhm.
do believe I am with the unisex bathroom. Not saying like, oh, well, that's gonna make the man is gonna change women in the unisex bathroom. If a woman does not feel comfortable going in a unisex bathroom, then don't go in there. That's why there's still there should still be a women's only locker room, a men's only locker room, and then a unisex locker room.
Yes.
So
Yes, I
yeah, I
agree.
feel like the situation would have been handled a little bit different if the family went irate. I'll say, yeah, they would. I would have banned that person from, that from just coming from to that Planet Fitness location. I can give kudos to Planet Fitness though for standing up for a trans person rights. So I do give them
Mhm.
kudos for that. Like I said, maybe in the future they look at these changes into how can they handle or be able to accommodate people so that way everybody won't feel so uncomfortable in the locker room. So I'm pretty sure if that person fully identifies as a trans woman would not have felt comfortable going to go change in the men's locker room, especially dressed like a wearing women's clothing and stuff like that, because there's no telling what could have happened to that trans person in the men's locker room if they were to come across somebody in in that locker room that was very anti-trans or just didn't like or was against the LGBTQ community. So hopefully this will be something that they this will bring some attention to some changes that need to be made.
I agree. I agree.
I'm trying to find my cause I'm trying to send them make sure that my computer is getting most of the uh data. So yeah, there we go. I'm trying to prioritize so that my computer can get most of the data for you guys. But yeah, that this isn't working. I'm so sorry. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make sure because we don't have all these like issues going on. But yeah, that was my thoughts on that whole transgender transgender
The whole
fuck what was
the whole
Planet
Planet
Fitness story.
Fitness.
I forgot the company we was talking about already.
Lord have mercy. Woo, child. What do you be doing on your day off?
So I was responsible today. So the desk that old Yeller had got me for my birthday. Um I finally moved into the office and I got all my equipment and stuff set up. I have my printer
Yay.
sitting right here to my left right here, and then I got a space now so that I won't be nearly knocking over my wine during the podcast, and I can set my wine over here and better reach and grab it and sip while I'm doing the show. So yeah, I like my new little setup here. So that's what I worked on today. Got some laundry done, and then and I did like old people stuff cleaning. So that's what my day off consisted of. So I'm tired
Hmm.
as hell
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
because I gotta go down 20 some flights steps to get down into the basement to do laundry and stuff. So I'll be tired as hell.
It is not 20 flights of steps.
I
You
said
do
20
not have.
steps.
You
I
do
ain't
not.
say 20 flights. I said about
Yes, you
20 steps.
did.
I meant
No
to say
flights of
steps.
steps. Oh, okay. I'm like, you do not live in a 20-story building, sir.
Oh no, it's like 20 steps. It's like so it's like 10 to get down to the main floor. There's like another three to get down to just the back door. There's like another 8 to 10 to get in the basement. Yeah,
It's only 12 for me.
whatever you have for hell.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, let's talk about for the people who have jobs. Let's talk about work life balance. Tina mentioned earlier
What's
that
that?
she doesn't have it. A lot of people feel like they don't have a work life balance. I mean, maybe if they like really young and don't have kids and They got like 35 roommates, and maybe they have a good work life balance. But yeah, I don't have one because it's almost like you go to work and then you come home, then you gotta be responsible for stuff at home, and then it feel like that doesn't stop. And then but it feel like by the time you finally sit down and try to relax for yourself, it's like, damn, I gotta go to bed. If I get back up and go to work tomorrow. And it's like the time that you get off from work, you don't really have enough time to get like a lot of stuff in your personal life that you need to get accomplished done. So it's like Wendy,
I,
it's
I
like
can
it's
get
hard
off
to
at a
fit in.
certain time. I can get off at a certain time, and I literally are it is not like I'm not done running around until like 3 hours later. So like on the
Right.
days where my kids have to like have practice and all of that stuff, I'm literally I can get off at work at 6, and literally I'm not done running around till like 9 o'clock.
I ain't doing it. Back in my
So
day at that age, I was on the city bus. But now, speaking of,
Train, I don't want to
you,
sit down on
you
the floor.
old
Oh
yard
my
had
god.
posted. He had posted a picture of like old school like buses online from like back in the day or whatever. And I
Hmm.
looked at him, and he was like, "These are Rosa Parks buses." I'm like, "You do realize those the buses that we rode in the '90s, right? That's not the Rosa Parks bus, sir." Like,
That part.
but yeah, I feel like my work life balance is terrible because it'd be like when I be doing sometimes some days I be doing so much, and it be like by the time I get sit down and try to relax and like enjoy like being off, it's like it's time to get ready to go back to work.
So
And
that's what I
then
was saying earlier. Like, I wouldn't mind working 3 12-hour shifts in a week, or even 4 10-hour shifts in a week, right? So I can have a 3 day weekend. I need at least one day of rest, and then one day to do whatever it is that I want to do, like have fun, right? And then the last day can be me preparing for the work week. Like, I feel
mhm,
like that. Yes, baby, yay. I feel like that's very feasible. I feel like that would improve quality of life for a lot of people. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm actually scheduled for 9 hours a day because we get an hour lunch. But if I don't have to go pick up one of my kids from school, I'm at work still. And it's like I'm steady working because to kind of catch up. I'm sorry, y'all. That's fine. He excited. Good job. Good job.
mhm,
um, so it's like I'm trying to catch up on the work that I'm doing just because I'm in the healthcare field, right? It's like it never stops. So if I do have to go get a kid, it's not like I'm actually breaking anything. Like I don't. It's a lunch. I'm just off the clock and I'm taking care of yet another responsibility. So it's like I don't get a chance to actually working, you know.
mhm,
So and then just a lot of times I don't leave out on time because I gotta, I have to finish. It's a lot of things that happen at the end of the day. You know, anybody that is a nurse or works in the healthcare field knows that hospital wise, you cannot leave until you relieve from your post, right? Mine's just a little different because I'm in ambulatory care or primary care, so the clinic does close at a certain time. But that doesn't mean, if I have a medical emergency or something like that, and I'm dealing with a medical emergency and somebody gotta go in an ambulance, I have to wait till the ambulance get there. If an incident happened, then I'm required to write an incident report before I can leave. And then then it's like, oh, now I gotta go get my kid from daycare. Oh, I gotta go pick up the other kid or take him to practice. Oh, this, that, and the other. And then on the weekends, I got practice. I got this, that, and the other that I got to do. So it's like it's a continuous cycle. And then when you sprinkle in like school, it's like when
mhm.
do you have time to do it? So there is like no work life balance. I feel like for Americans, we literally work our whole life from the time that we're able to work, and then we still in debt. So it's like it's a vicious cycle. It's crazy, and somebody need to do something about it because it's like we constantly stress because we got to work and we work hard. Like, so, and then you come home and you gotta worry about taking care of your responsibilities at home. And then it's like you get a certain amount of time off from work. If you got kids, that time is usually eaten up by your kids, right? So it's like, can you really go on a vacation? Yay! And a lot of my vacations are on the weekends because I'm off on weekends and holidays. So I try to, I can only go away from short periods of time. And, then it's everybody who's like, it's people that's out there like, well, you didn't have to have kids. You are absolutely correct. But at the same time, like people without kids, like Martell here, still experience a terrible work life balance. You know, he big vacation once a year, which I feel him. I feel him.
I do. I do try to take me a big vacation at least once a year because you know, you deal with the stress of, like right now I'm currently dealing with the stress of management just being like micromanagers and like I got into a whole argument with a manager about where she was trying to explain that her process was better. It was better to do her process. Her way was better, and then her way was not better. So we had that whole back and forth or whatever going on, and I'm sorry, y'all. So we had that whole back and forth. So and then it's just the stress. Like, so we trying to tell them like, hey, we trying to do it. We're doing it this way to make sure that we are able to stay healthy. That way, I can have longevity at my job, and I won't constantly consider consistently get hurt. And then next thing you know, you're trying to fire me for consistently being hurt all the time. So we're worried about that. Then it's just especially when you working in a stressful environment. When you working for a company that's going through a restructure, and they're used to being able to spend an X amount of money, and now they can't spend an X amount of money, so they're doing like this whole restructure. And then, like I said, then you come home, you got
Oh no, he's stuck, y'all. What's going on? Martell, Martell, Martell. Oh, Martell. Mm-mm. Okay, well, I guess it's just me right now. So we telling a very good, very in-depth story, and I'm ready to hear the rest of it because it sounds like it was a lot going on in his workplace. Oh, welcome back.
so I don't know what is going on. My internet connection here is for some reason it's not connecting to the main internet router. It's connected to the secondary one for some reason. So it's not giving me the best of signal. I don't even know where I
That's
left that at.
I don't
Oh,
either because you sure disappeared.
so like I said, it was just a stress. It's like the work environment is very stressful. Then when you get off of work, so like I have a schedule. I'm working 6 consecutive days, and after 6 days, I get one day off, and I got after that day, I got to go back and work one day, and then on the weekends, you're trying to fit in time with friends and family and all these other kind of things. Then you try to get a day to yourself, and it's just like it's a lot. to the whole work life balance, and like old man theater, he doesn't have a work life balance because he work after he leave one job, he go to the other, and then so one weekend he working a job, the other weekend he ain't working a job. So it's just it's like it's hard for him to find time to like just really just relax and spend time to himself. Like people said, the 4 day work week. Like only way I can see the 4 day work week happen if one they figure out a way where people can afford to live off a 4 day work week, which means they need to figure out how to bring down the cost of living in order for a 4 day work week to actually work.
You just work more hours in a day. That's it.
No, they was
Yeah,
talking
true,
about
but
not
hell,
changing the pay.
at the place that we work at, hell, who want to spend more time at that?
Not
Ex-
me.
exactly. Old man theater don't even want to spend no extra time, and nobody wants to spend time at that place. And at this current time, everybody trying to leave the place, or at
Y'all
least that
schedule suck
department.
anyway. Y'all schedule suck anyway.
Exactly. Like hell, you ain't got no time to. You barely got time to scratch your butt. The schedules we got. By the time you get through scratching your butt, you got to be back at work.
Mm.
Trying to scratch my butt.
Oh Lord.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's how
I
I feel about work-life balance. America, something needs to happen for us to have a better work-life balance. That way, people will be more happier. Maybe be less crime as people was more happy around here. They need to legalize marijuana in all 50 states and in all the territories and stuff like that.
Oh man, I was looking at the map of that. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's like 5, 6 states or something like that that hasn't legalized marijuana, either medicinal or recreational,
Mm-hmm.
and our state is one of them. I said, "What is going on?" But I kind of already knew that.
Tina, what is you eating?
Mmm,
Normally, I'm the one that's
onion.
eating onion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Onion strings.
Yeah. We are one
Huh?
of the states where it's not legalized for recreational use. I think we like between. I think besides us, I think Minnesota is it Minnesota, Ohio. We might be the last two Midwestern states to not have it legalized for recreational use. And I'm like, I know it's like I'm trying to figure out like why won't
Or
y'all legalize
medicinal.
it here? Like y'all have liquor legalized, and I feel like being drunk, drinking, and driving is worse than smoking some weed and driving. But yeah, drinking, but yeah, liquor is legal here. And then on top of that, just think of the y'all keep talking about how they need money for this and money for that. The tax revenue you'll get off of people buying weed would fix all those problems.
Everybody from up here going down to Illinois, and Illinois making them catching all that money from us.
Hmm. And speaking of money and raising money, Lord, y'all, this is why I keep telling y'all this election is coming. These elections coming up is so damn important. It's so bad. So I guess Donald Trump lost one of his lawsuits, and he had to pay. I think it's like 4 million or 400 million some dollars. Or he had to come up with $400 million bond or something like that. It
Hmm.
is so bad for this man that his family members, like his son, um, I've seen other politicians. There's been news anchors, all these other kind of people. They're calling people, they're emailing people to donate 5, 10, 15, 20, $25 to pay for Donald Trump legal issues. They saying that Donald Trump has spent more money on his legal issues than something basically more than what he paid in taxes hell in the last few years. But he's asking his voters to pay for his lawyers and stuff.
You
And
know,
these people
you know
are
they're gonna
really
do it.
donating. Yeah, and these people are really donating money to him to pay for his lawyers
Hmm.
because they already tried to pass a bill in Florida and in that bill, it was that all the Floridians will get taxed and get no tax to go up in Florida, and that tax money will go towards paying for Donald Trump legal fees. And they tried to
Can't
get
do
that
that.
passed in Florida, which it did not pass. So now they're basically calling and emailing and going on posting videos and going on news outlets to asking people to donate money to his legal fees.
They didn't ask me.
That's terrible.
They know damn well then to ask you. They know not to ask no black person. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I saw one dumbass black
Exactly.
person with a
Exactly.
Trump hoodie. He had on a hoodie on with Trump picture on there at a damn Trump rally talking about Donald vote Donald Trump. I want to kick that. I want to kick him in his two front teeth.
Was that Brody?
Yeah, I don't even think Brody know
So,
what year it is.
so I've seen numerous amounts of black people on Instagram on the blog saying that they would vote for Trump.
All
A
Yeah,
with the
lot of
hopes
me
of
people.
getting
too.
a stimulus check.
And then it's gonna come out your damn taxes.
Stupid.
I
Mhm.
don't want no stimmy.
Mm,
I'm already in the
And
real.
and then the thing is why it's so bad him getting in office. It's just the simple fact that he's trying to team up with a guy who believes that the Soviet Union was a good idea. He want to team up with the same country that believes that communism or being a commie or communist is communism, right? Is a good idea. No, no, is that's a horrible idea. And the fact that Donald Trump wants to team up with that man but team up with the man who wants to bring back the Soviet Union, basically. It's just bad. Like he is all for World War III, Donald Trump, and it's not on the good side of World War III. Like he wants to basically forget about all the people that's in NATO and just be like, yeah, we're gonna go against y'all. Like, why would you want to do such a thing? Like, we just got Switzerland to join NATO. You know, Switzerland been neutral for years. Nobody has messed with them. And you know things are getting bad, or they probably sense that things are going to get bad when a country like that who has been neutral for you know decades, not decades, but I mean like what a century. Like, because I never think when World War II was going on, Switzerland wasn't even involved in World War II. Like, a lot of countries avoided Switzerland during the World War II, during any of the world wars. So, for a country who wasn't really involved in any wars, I think, to join NATO, that's how you know that shit's about to hit the fan. And Donald Trump on the wrong side of when shit hits the fan. And that's why it's a bad idea for this man to get into office.
I mean, one of the many bad reasons for him to be elected,
Oh,
right?
and then he also said if he don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath if he don't get elected.
Yeah, but they saying that we taking that the wrong way. What other way can you take that?
That's all I'm saying.
I think war. When I hear that, when I heard him say that, I think war.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna literally be it's gonna be left versus right. When if he's literally trying to declare war if he don't win the presidency, he's literally using scare tactics to try to win the presidency.
Well, somebody got to stop him, but we can't.
That's
Us,
why, and
we the people.
he don't pay the judges. Also, all the judges gonna get him. All these charges gonna get dropped against him because these judges, half these judges are making these decisions as the ones he gave put in power.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. So now you got to kind of go back and find a loophole and find out if any of the judges involved are accepting bribes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Get them disbarred, and then you can overturn that decision because they were being bribed for their vote or their ruling, or
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. To me, that's kind of the only way. But then that's going to be kind of hard to prove because he got almost everybody in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you've been in business as long as him. That because it kind of makes me wonder, did he have something to do with that new law that's in Texas that got held up, I believe, in the Supreme Court is right now is waiting on the judge's decision. So basically, there was a law passed in Texas where if the basically if the police see somebody cross, if they seen the person, like they seen a person legally cross the border, well, no, they seen them cross the border. They seen them illegally cross the border, and they can arrest them, and then they can charge them with a misdemeanor, and then have them shipped back to Mexico. And if they have if they have like a criminal case or charges against them, they can't enter the U.S. legally, or try to apply for citizenship, having a criminal record. So that's the way to
Oh
try to keep
wow.
them from becoming legal citizens, basically. And so it got held up because of who was to say, they said it doesn't, this law doesn't affect DACA recipients or people who is seeking asylum in the U.S. But it kind of makes you wonder, like, so, like, are they just going to go stop every random, Mexican person they see on the street in Texas, or is Texas or Arizona? Uh, they gonna start randomly when they start to stop and see, oh, they're going Mexican. Let me stop him and run his name and stuff, and see if he a legal citizen and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of racial profiling if something like that was to go into effect, and I feel like that is going to be a bad idea. And then they make it seem like Mexicans coming here is such a bad thing. Now, I get it, not all people are good. I get that. But at the same time, these people are coming into our country working. We saw this when they passed that law in Florida, where basically, if you got immigrants, might illegal immigrants working for you, and you're caught, your business gets shut down for not reporting them, or
Hell,
reporting these people.
I mean, I
So
feel
we
like all
saw.
of the Americans aren't good people.
Right. And then we saw, so as a result of that, we saw how these farmers was trying to pay Americans to go in there and pick fruits and all this other kind of stuff. And they was like, oh, a lot of them saying the pay wasn't worth it, or they couldn't do the job, or they was complaining about how hot it was. They was miserable. Like, it was like the Americans didn't want to do it. So
Nope.
these illegal immigrants who was coming over here doing that without complaining, doing it for very little money, and was able to get the job done in a fast and an efficient way, working their asses off doing the work. And then those are the ones that you want to come in the country. You should be happy they're coming in the country doing the labor that a lot of us don't want to do.
Listen, I don't care where you're from, as long as you are um a peaceful member of the population, right? You get
Hmm.
up, you go to work, you take care of whatever you need to take care of, and don't be out here on no BS. I don't care where you're from.
Exactly. Nobody cares where you're from. Just long as just be a productive member of society. That's all you
Yep.
need to be. But they trying to make it seem like these people are just the worst thing that the worst thing that could possibly happen to America. And then my whole thing is, I want to put this question out there: how many illegal immigrants has caused a mass shooting in this country?
None that I know of.
Because I could have sworn that all the mass shooting that happened in this country, they were all American citizens.
I believe so.
So
I believe so.
are the Americans really the terrorists?
That's why I said Americans are not good people.
Well, I think they should ship JB back over. I'm just
I don't even
saying.
know who that is.
Would you please leave Uncle Ben alone?
I'm just saying. I think they just should ship him back over. He shouldn't have never crossed the line. That's
Who
that's that's
I,
that's
said he
all.
got
That's
crossed?
all. Now that's
Sir,
that.
sir. Uncle
I'm
Ben is
just.
too black to come from Mexico.
He don't even speak proper English. You could tell he from Mexico somewhere. You could barely understand him, that long mouth mother sucker.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. He ain't lying because it be sometimes he be talking. I'm like, bro, what the hell did you just
And
say?
you don't know what the hell he talking about. He don't even know. He don't even know. I think I knocked some sense out of his head back when we was kids because he still got this fantasy of knocking me out or slapping me. Man, come on now.
Mm, mm, mm. I just, why do you keep disappearing and walking away with stuff from? What is you doing?
I'm putting
This
up
is
my
how the
supply order.
oh, okay, because the old
It's
man
from
theater at work
overseas.
is the old man theaters pretend like you working for the people that's listening on the audio version.
Man, I gotta tell you lowdown on me tomorrow.
I
Got
got
into it. I got into it.
see, Tika, I told you everybody is just getting into it at work. Everybody is just miserable at work. Like I said, oh my God, the world would be such a happy place that people can go to work and just work and I have to deal with the people that's just evil.
Exactly.
well, that's the way the world works, unfortunately, and has always worked.
It's already bad enough we got to deal with crackhead coworkers.
Yeah.
That's at every job.
I know I threw that one out there for you. Oh, the
That's at
shade.
every job.
The shade, darling. See,
Ooh,
y'all don't started
child.
some, y'all started some mess that got me started, y'all. I
I
just,
didn't do nothing. We was
I
talking
swear,
about.
I can't wait for this lady to get called into the office. And as soon as I hear about her getting called into the office, I'm gonna be sitting up there. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. You know it's bad when everybody is waiting and excited for a person to be fired. That's how you know when it's bad. Especially when it's somebody who's supposed to be of that's supposed to be a supervision. It's bad.
A
Yeah.
supervisor?
Well, yeah, I ain't want to say super. You know, I'm trying to be used cold and stuff. Hell,
You didn't though.
I said supervision. Hell,
Okay, so you change a couple of letters on the end and you get the word that we talking about.
exactly.
That wasn't code. That wasn't good code, sir. That wasn't. I just
You
want
know, you know, wine does wonders for Dodomite.
man, he over there tripping. He done got turned up
I haven't even had that much to drink.
It
that
don't take you
much.
that much. You probably been sipping earlier.
No, I was being real good today because I know I had to do the show today, and I was getting ready for the my work week since I got to go to hell for 6 days straight, and and then if I got to make sure I got time to come home, play in the snow. I still got to try to see if I can get me a ticket to SmackDown tomorrow because I still ain't bought no tickets yet. So yeah,
You finna go in all that snow to SmackDown? I guess you are, huh?
hell yeah. Um,
Oh my gosh.
although so I'm kind of mad that WWE out here lying though about their ticket sales. I ain't mad at them, but I can see why they trying to
What you mean
like
they
promote.
lying?
So I'm watching SmackDown this past Friday, and there was like we'll be live next week in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's sold out. I go on Ticketmaster like these tickets is not sold out.
Mm.
They advertising it as a sold out show. I'm like, this is not a sold out show. Y'all still got all these tickets available.
Mm-mm.
But I'm
You know
excited
how
because
that go.
we're like one of the last 2 to 3 shows before WrestleMania, so I'm excited. I can't wait for
I'm
WrestleMania.
happy you happy.
I should have a WrestleMania party.
You sure still ain't invited me over.
Oh, this is a nice desk. Is this wood? Is this real wood? This
You
is
see
real
that
wood.
type of shit I'm talking about? I
What?
ain't finna sit over there 5 hours watching wrestling anyway. I'm lying. It probably gonna be good.
It's just a
Because
man.
it's a 2 night show now, they don't do like the 6 hour shows. I think it
Two
started.
since when it was a 2 night show.
I think they started 2 years ago. It's on both Saturday and
What?
Sunday now.
It's just a
I
man.
did
Oh,
not know that.
Yep. So you got you got it's they consider it's really what a 4 to 5 day event or something like that. So you got SmackDown on Friday, and then
Right,
you
right, right.
have
It leads into it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then I think wait, because I don't know. On one year I know they did the Hall of Fame ceremony on Thursday. They did the SmackDown on Friday, and then Saturday afternoon they did NXT Takeover, and then that same night they do WrestleMania, and then the next night they do WrestleMania, and then they got Raw for that the Raw after Mania on that Monday.
Mm, mm, mm.
well, they won't be getting my money. It ain't that serious.
I'm watching. I'm
Is it
watching it
gonna be on
on
Peacock?
not Raw and SmackDown, but WrestleMania is on Peacock.
Oh, so I'm just gonna log into your account that you logged into when you was over here and watch it. We can have a watch party like that.
How dare you, you heifer!
Damn.
I'm mad because I worked that weekend, so I'm still upset.
What time it start? 5, 6.
I think 5 or 6.
Okay,
It's normally done at like 11.
okay. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, now
child, you
they
sleep.
have such a large roster now, so I can see why they do 2 nights for it now because it's their
Oh,
biggest event.
okay.
It's their biggest event drawing of the year. And only thing I don't like about it, so on night one, they got the world heavyweight champion and the number one contender for the undisputed WWE championship teaming up against the undisputed champion in the Rock. It's the main event of night one. And then the main event of night two is the actual championship match for the WWE undisputed championship. So I'm kind of not happy
That's all
about
right.
that.
Can you smell? I'm excited.
First of all, I believe the last time The Rock wrestled at WrestleMania, which was like WrestleMania 27, 8, somewhere around there, 20 something. Last time he wrestled at WrestleMania, he tore quad or he tore a muscle or some type of muscle last time he was in the ring. So I don't know if this is a good career move for him right now at the age of 50 plus to be
I
trying to
mean, he's
do.
still in shape. He's still in shape.
So it's the reason why they forced Ric Flair to retire. And I just saw something about Vince McMahon on my phone, but then it went away, so I don't know what happened.
You said something. What about Vince McMahon?
It was something that popped up on my phone about Vince McMahon, but then it went away, so I don't know what happened.
Mm.
They know they wrong. So yeah, I don't have much for the show this week. I'm not gonna lie, that wine did get me tipsy though.
I'm like, what's going on over there with you? Because you just all over the place, and now you sound like you ready to go to bed. And bougie glasses.
So I don't think I so in my head I'll be thinking like I didn't pour that much wine into this glass since I actually look at like how big it is, and I actually poured a significant amount in here. me, I've been thinking I'm drinking a small amount of it, and apparently I'm not drinking a small amount.
I have a question
Yeah, I'm
for you
not
Yeah.
drinking
guys.
a small amount of it.
Not to throw us off whatever we was talking about. You guys was talking about, but what do y'all think about these people out here? They had on the news something about it's not these all these people out here driving with no license and revoked license. Just basically getting fines and tickets and slapped on the wrist, and you getting people out here to getting. Well, I just zoomed in on my cameras by my house since they doing
They're the
back
reason why cars are
construction
so
over
high.
there again. It was a nice 3 car accident. I don't know if some of the people got out of one car and ran or whatever have you, but they was talking about on the news that it's against the law, but it's not against the law as far as driving without license. You just basically get fines and shit like that. And I mean,
So,
what are
far as I
y'all
know,
looking
in other states, they are supposed to, if you are caught driving without a license, if you don't have another licensed driver with you, that
They
vehicle
take
is
your
to be,
car.
yeah, it's to be towed immediately, and the person driving without a license in some of these other states are arrested on the spot for driving without a license in some
I
states.
see that
So
more in southern states. I see that more in
yeah,
southern states.
so yeah, and then some states where you can get caught driving without a license, they'll still tow the car, but you'll just get a fine.
Well, they're talking about touring cars here and fines, but
That
I
should have
feel
been
like
towing cars should have been at the top of the priority. Like you in a car driving without a license, tow the car.
the person should, especially when you got more than one offense. They got this one guy out here that they showed in particular. They showed each and every time that he had been pulled over. Either he was lying about his grandma, him running his grandma to the hospital, and this, that, and whatever. Then he hit a woman on the south side somewhere. I mean, and just she's all screwed up in the head. I mean, that could be my family member, your family member, or whoever. I
Hmm.
feel like this, it should be more done than basically a
So let me
slap on
ask
the
you
wrist.
this: would you feel any different if it was a licensed driver with insurance and they still did the same thing and they still drive recklessly?
Yeah, I would feel a little bit different, but I feel like they should still, if they hit and ran, they should still be charged the same.
So let me ask you
No,
this:
no different.
let me ask you this: me and you, Martel, talked about DUIs and how here you got to get like 5 or 6 DUIs before they take your license away, take you to jail, this, that, and the other, right?
Hmm.
So when I think of a revoked, suspended license, I mean, I don't really feel any kind of way because you you ain't supposed to be. I don't feel like that. I feel like maybe they should go to jail if they do get in an accident, or if they get pulled over, like Marcel said, and don't have another licensed driver in the car, then the car gets towed. But if they're on a road and they're suspended or revoked for, and you can get your license suspended or revoked for a number of different reasons, right? Not
Hmm.
necessarily driving infractions all the time, right? So, I mean, as long as they ain't, if they obey the rules on the road and they're safe, you would never know. Now, I feel differently about unlicensed driver. Like you've never had a driver's license, meaning you've never passed a driver's test. So then, yeah, I feel differently about those type of people because you ain't never had a driver's license ever. I don't know, can you drive? Because you ain't never drive, you ain't never passed the test.
Right. So like, so I can say if a person was pulled over and they are a licensed driver and they're only unlicensed because their license expired and they just didn't renew their license, that's kind of a different story. Like, okay, I'm just gonna
That's
give you a
one
fixing
thing.
ticket to go till you go renew your license. Like that could be like a fixing ticket to me. Just go renew your license. But like Tina was saying, like that's it. I feel like if you just never had a driver's license ever in your life and you're just out here driving, yeah, I'm towing your shit. How do I know that you know the rules on the road? How do I know that you can even read signs that's on the road? Tow that shit. If you are a repeat offender, say like you got pulled over, you got tickets for driving without a license at this point, I'm gonna need you for at least a year in jail for you to learn your lesson. And then you gotta say like they get out of jail again and you decide that oh you're still not gonna get your license or whatever, or you can drive with a suspended license, the year is now gonna be 2 years.
Yo, they ain't gonna. You take my car, I can go buy another. Or if they anybody like me, they can have several
But I'm
cars.
saying you're driving on a suspended
Everybody don't have several cars.
yeah, but say
Some
like
people
if
That's
are
what I'm
driving
saying.
other people's
I'm
cars.
saying say they got
They
a
can go
suspended
get.
license and they got a suspended license and I pull you over, I'm taking you to jail immediately. You're not going to get out and go buy a car again because you're going to jail immediately, and I'm going to ask for the you're going to be sentenced to a year in jail.
The majority of these people out here that's driving crazy is people with either suspended license or no license at all. But the majority of them probably got suspended license.
Yeah,
They
but
did
they're
just
not getting jail time for it like they are in the South.
that's what I'm saying. They should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I had it my way, they'd be going to jail. Like you're not going to be back out on the road because you're going to be in jail. You're not going to have a chance to go buy
But then
another car.
you gotta think about this too. Is there even any room in jail?
Probably not.
So that might be another reason why it's just fines, and you have to get so many infractions or inflict bodily harm or property damage for you to be taken in jail.
So
Ship them motherfuckers to another
so why
country or
do
state or something.
so why do
Ain't
we
nobody going to Guantanamo Bay.
it shouldn't take for somebody to lose their life for them to say, oh yeah, maybe we should do something about this person driving on suspended license when
That's
they have plenty of time
true.
to use that problem.
That's true, but then in a lot of times, depending on the circumstances of what happened, like say the person didn't have a license, like they were suspended or revoked, they were doing everything like obeying all the rules of the road, and say somebody hit them and they didn't have, and that person that hit them didn't have their seatbelt on and they flew out the windshield, right? So
Hmm.
that's one circumstance. Or
But
somebody ran out into the street and they didn't have
but
enough time to stop because it was bad weather conditions,
it
right?
need but no,
That's
but
another thing.
even though so say like you driving on a suspended license, you get into a car accident, but it's the other car's fault. At the end of the day, it's going to be the person with the suspended license fault because this accident would have never happened if you wasn't on the road. This person wouldn't have got hit by the car if you wasn't on the road.
I beg to differ because remember I told you about the lady that was cussing out the cars and spitting on them and stuck her arm in my window and I rolled it up.
Hmm.
She had some mental health issues, right? She was literally in the middle of the road on the busiest time of day at the weirdest intersection in life in our city.
Yeah, you're right. But but
Some people,
with how Wisconsin law is set up is if you were involved in an accident, you don't have a valid driver's license. Sure, you are automatically at fault, whether you was the cause of the accident or not.
and I understand that, but we just thinking hypothetically, right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's a lot of unfortunate circumstances that can happen. I mean, anybody that have family in the country or was raised in the country, you learn how to drive before you got a driver's license. Okay,
That is true.
Yeah, the road.
so yeah, you did. So I mean, I just feel like it's more of a case by case basis. Um, it's probably not enough room in the jails for people like that. You know, that's probably why they don't throw. I mean, here in our state, you get pulled over for DUI, you don't necessarily get thrown into jail.
I ain't gonna lie, I was
No. Or
lying
if
when
you go to jail, you're not going for an extended amount of time. You go in to get booked, you release, you go back to your court date. Then they decide what your sentence is. Your sentence may not be jail time. It might be they revoke your license. It might be you got to do community service. It might be you got to pay restitution.
hmm I ain't gonna lie, I was a late bloomer. I didn't learn how to start driving until I was
Until you was where?
17.
Bitch. Oh, yeah, say that out loud. I apologize. Slow motherfucker.
How dare you?
That's why you still hollering Christmas, slow motherfucker.
No, I never
I
bothered
was
to
driving
start
when I
learning
was
until I got to
11.
that age. I
I was
didn't
driving
bother
when
to
I was
start
11.
learning because, like I said, like that
So
at that age, I was taking a bus everywhere, so I just didn't care to learn how to drive. I'm like, fuck, I don't need to get anywhere, so I got on a bus and went there. I was on WM, so they provided free bus passes, all day bus passes. You can get anywhere, so fuck it, on
I
the
think
bus.
you should get back
oh
on the
no,
bus
honey.
now.
Hmm.
I really
The
do. I
short
think
bus,
you should get back on the bus now.
the
I
short
got a
bus.
license and car insurance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because it's
I mean, I
very
just,
special.
speaking of the cost of living is, I paid, uh, I paid was the electric bill. I renewed my plates on my car today. I bought some toilet paper and I did something else. My check is gone already. The cost of living is too damn high. I was so mad I
What?
didn't want to renew my plates. I feel bad for the people who got the custom license plates on their car.
I'm one of them.
You poor thing. I feel so bad for the people. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Got them on the motorcycle too.
It's two damn wheel tax, two $30 wheel taxes. These streets is still raggedy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, because my motorcycle went up from $24 to $55.
Mm-mm. Tina drinking that I got drink.
Me too. I'm gonna do some coke.
I can't stand him.
What?
You missed the joke.
I felt like we haven't used that one in a while.
We haven't.
Okay, but
Ooh,
I'm gonna
child.
save the rest of those for like the season finale.
Oh,
I can't
child.
talk.
When we be all blitz, the best season finale was when you fell off the chair.
Why is it we ain't gonna bring that up
That
this
was
week?
the best one. That was the best one.
You didn't tell me about that one.
I think I screen recorded it, didn't I? I
That was
recorded it.
that was 4 seasons ago, and y'all just not gonna let me live that point.
I
I
didn't
might
know
have to
about
find
that
that. Yeah, he fell clean out that chair.
one.
Slow
Yeah,
motion, like
gonna have to find that clip.
I
Play
was
it
like,
online.
I was like, you okay? I was like, y'all, he fell off the chair. What? I think you was drinking Patron, wasn't
I was.
you?
I didn't
He was
finish
out
that
of
whole
there.
show by myself in like
Cause we
30
all kept
hours.
on, cause we had them code words, and everybody kept saying the word, so you have to take a shot every time somebody said the word. We was toe up.
I think that might have been the last time I thrown up from drinking.
I know I had to call Sandria, like, go check on them, bring them some water, help. SOS.
A lot of people
SOS.
don't know. So like I literally made it until we went off air. And it was like as soon as that we went off the air, I got up and I went to the bathroom. I was like, "Her."
Poor baby.
Oh, I was so wasted. Speaking of, I realized the older that I get, like when I'm drinking, I can drink, but my recovery time the next day
It's
is
longer.
so much longer now for me to recover. I used to be able to wake up with like probably about 2 hours, like sleep for a good 2 3 hours, and then be like, oh, let's drink again. I'd be like, I need at least 7 to 8 hours.
That's because we already be tired and be trying to sneak in grown up time, and then our bodies be like, you was supposed to be in the bed, and then you want to throw some alcohol on top of it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Because Friday night when I had went bowling, I still told them because everybody showed up late, so we never even bowled. So it was me and my cousin Tamika. We were sitting at the bar. That one drink turned into two drinks. That two drinks turned into three drinks. And then next thing I know, I'm ordering a shot. I don't even remember what I was out of, but I just ordered a shot. And mind you, the cups are like the drinks I was ordering, like there was mixed drinks, like a beer mug. So they had like three of those on top of the shot. So I'm like, I'm fucked up. By the time it was only about to be like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I am fucked. I only got drunk for 2 hours. So I get up like, I'm fine. I walk outside and that security at me all. Everything just started going.
You just need a little bit of cold, brisk air.
So wait, I tried to do this whole thing. This how this now. I realized bougie. I didn't realize I was that bougie. This moment. I was trying to be responsible. I said,
Uh-huh.
"Can I get a glass of water?" So she brought me the she used to water out the little hole things, and I said, I know I can drink this. This tap water is nasty. I'm just have to be strong.
Oh my God!
I
So
just let
you
it
want to be
drink
the
the
person
water.
that's buying the $6 bottles of water at the bar? I just be like, give me a lemon with some ice in my water. That's it. That's all you need.
I should have got the lemon because that water is so horrible. And I said, what? I said, yeah, I said, y'all brought me to this hood bowling alley over here, 121. I said, it's bullet holes in the ceiling and stuff. Y'all know I'm not this type of place to be. I said, hell, even the old man theater was a place
Not.
like that. You had to go through a metal detector. I said, you gotta go through a metal detector to get in the y'all got armed security and metal detectors and bullet holes in the
Where's you at?
ceiling at the
What?
ball.
I wouldn't
I
have
don't
never
want to
got
go
in there.
there.
You know that
I
I'm
alley
wouldn't
not
have.
like
going there.
it's like off
We know
121.
we know about you, sir. We know about you already.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know the one
That
120 something the Burlock behind the May. It's like across from the Mayfair collection.
oh
I
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
where
You
you
talking about
Over
talking.
in that,
Bolero.
yeah. I said I am not. I will never go back there again.
Over there by that Indian restaurant.
I said, this is date night for some of the young folks and stuff. I said, young folks don't even
It
get
is.
dressed in
That's where
joggers
they
and
go.
shorts.
That's where we went when we was younger.
I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm seeing it like all this date night for some of them. Like, but y'all don't get dressed up no more. Like, the dudes came in here with white beaters and sweatpants on. I'm like, the
What you mean that
audacity.
is dressed up to them?
That's dressed up to them.
That's dressed up to them.
This generation is lost. Yeah, you supposed to put on
Traditions are changing, sir.
you supposed to put on a fresh pair of shoes, stuff you on a date, nice pair of jeans, nice little t-shirt, that's a little
In a
loose.
Undertaker t-shirt. That's how you roll, right?
No, actually, I didn't wear my Undertaker t-shirt. I actually dress like I'm going out to the club dress, and yeah, it was they there.
Wear a nice little button up or something.
And then some of them people, there's some of them girls, like, ladies, well, shall I say, on myself, big girls. I know y'all be want to look sexy and stuff. Please stop putting on clothes that's 3 sizes too small and thinking you cute. Just don't do it. You making a fool of yourself. Don't
No,
do
they ain't. They getting the attention that they want.
not the good attention. Oh, and then I seen some of the females, they came in there with house shoes on. I said, what in the hell?
Yeah.
I just I just don't get this young generation. I said back in my days, we was going on date night, you make yourself look real nice. Like I said, put on your nice pair of shoes, nice jeans, nice shirts and stuff. I said now they look like they just roll out of the like we going to about to do bitches we do. Like that's what they look like.
Yeah. Probably ain't bathed in about 2 to 3 days.
Exactly.
Smelling like Buddha.
Balls and stuff
Man,
on.
I walked into a store. What was it? Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. Walked in the store and it just hit me. I was like, and I looked and I was like, man, who smelled like that? I thought it was the lady at the cash register, right? I'm like, okay, let me hear her get out. It wasn't her. It was the lady that was in front of me. She had on a hoodie, a bonnet, some house shoes, some pajamas, and she smelled like she had bathed in like 2 to 3 weeks, and came in there and got a liter of Parmesan, a whole liter.
mm, mm. She had to
That was
bathe.
terrible. I said, I hope she went home to bathe in that Parmesan because I would rather smell that than what I was smelling.
Ah, wait, speaking of
Straight
drinking,
up, it was
a
terrible.
lot of young people are just now discovering Mad Dog. So it's this TikTok trend where the young people are now going to the stores. These like people in their early mid 20s are going to the liquor stores and buying Mad Dog 2020 and drinking it. And some of them little pissy.
Because everybody poor, and that's the only thing we can afford. That's a Mad
Mm-mm.
Dog 2020. Oh my gosh. Night
They probably
train.
good. They probably be getting the orange juice flavor.
Yeah.
And the way how people drinking it though,
That stuff
like they was
nasty.
drinking it like it was Kool-Aid. I said they just don't know how fucked up they gonna be.
Wild Irish
by, the,
Rose.
by the time they finish that bottle, like,
Ugh, that shit is
Yeah,
puke
no thank
juice.
you.
I've
No
never
thank
had
you.
wild Irish before.
I have tasted it. That's puke juice.
Yes, so that's what
Yeah.
Brody be talking about. He was like, Wild Irish Rose. I have never had wild Irish Rose.
Well, it's only a certain demographic of people that I know that drink that.
Well, they can keep it because it sounds dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah,
The only thing
that's
I
all that's
came
up
close
back
to
in the
having
day.
dangerous was so my Mary, her husband was playing like a baseball league during the Super Bowl. So she had us stop at a gas station and we bought some margaritas in the can. So we at the baseball game drinking these margaritas in the can. About 40 minutes into the baseball game, we don't drunk the first can already. So I'm checking, I'm like, why am I drunk so fast? Couldn't figure out why I was drunk. I know it ain't the edibles because the edible ain't kicked in. So I get drunk coffee when my edible kicked in. I don't take the edible, but I'm drunk. I said, Mary, what are you? I did not know that 7 made margaritas. I'm at this baseball game. Talking to
First of all, why did you start drinking something you didn't know what it was? Reckless.
I trusted her judgment. I trusted her
You
judgment.
trusted Mary's judgment with liquor?
This was when
What
she
is
was good.
wrong with you?
This is when she was good alky.
Child.
This is when she was good alky. And then
She
the
like, we
two
finna get drunk in a hurry.
so then when the 211 had I finished the other 211 once I good. And then when the edible kicked in after the baseball game, her husband had came over to me like, you know all the players were talking about you guys. We're like, they're like, you guys were so loud and singing so much during the game. I said,
Mm-mm-mm.
This is
I
terrible. Don't you ever
didn't
call
know
me
that
at
they
my
could hear
boss.
us. Because we was sitting all the way in the back of the stands. So we didn't know they could hear us.
You
I
loud
was
anyway, so
Yeah. Thank you, Tina. You beat me to the point.
whatever. I was like, Mary, do you think his teammates heard you call him Fat Buddha?
sad. This why we can't take you nowhere.
That was Mary. It's so funny because when we was leaving from Hibachi, she was like, hey, you know Buddha has some kids. she,
Oh my god.
she still referred to this man as Buddha. Y'all don't understand. This man had this gut. It just said he was a fat short kid, but he was fast as a bitch when he after he hit the ball and had to run to the base. I ain't never seen a short fat day in my life. A short fast fat man. A day in my life. And watching him run was fucking hilarious. That was Buddha. He is forever known as.
You know what?
This is y'all fault. Y'all the ones that on these tangents.
That's you in that never ending glass of wine over there. It's like, are you refilling it? Cause it's, I swear, it don't look like it's going anywhere. You steady sipping.
I refilled it twice.
Okay, see, I knew I went crazy. I knew it. I'm like, wait a minute, because he said he drinking it. It's the same line. Like, what's going
I got it singing where I can refill it without it being on camera.
on?
I drink too
Y'all, why Torian trying to get me to play solitaire? We've been playing solitaire for the last 2 nights. He ain't on
No,
my nerves.
y'all need to play solitaire money. It's the one where you put
No, we don't have to.
I guess do we want to go in the final thought?
Sure. Why not?
Oh wait. I'm gonna have to teach Tina how to run this on her computer because
What the fuck?
I know I don't like it when you do that either.
He is such a dork.
it's final thoughts, sir. Tell everybody your final thoughts now.
I don't got one. I don't have one. I
This is
pass.
y'all about these old.
Yeah. You was
Oh, it's
adopted.
me. Oh, hey. What is wrong with y'all? So my final thought is, don't elect Trump. Don't do it. It's a very, very poor decision on anybody's behalf. I'm not trying to tell you how to vote, but I need y'all to really think about that, to pull out your critical thinking skills, put on your thinking caps, like all of that, because I might have to relocate to a different country if this is what y'all gonna be doing. Because then I get scared to see if he does get elected to another term, who coming after him? Because he can only run twice. He can only be elected twice, excuse me, unless he decide he want to change the constitution while he's president. And
Word.
that's my final thought.
Gas
Oh
is
my
still
god.
getting too damn high. We need to figure out how to lower the price of gas because it's getting too damn high. We need to lower the cost of living. According to Old Man Theater, we need to do something about these people that drive with no driver's license, revoked license, and all that other kind of stuff. Oh, telling your mama you miss her sometimes.
Who, mama?
Yeah, and that's my final thought. And make sure y'all take care of one another and be happy and stop all this violence out here. So with that being said, this has been my show. Same cast, different day podcast. And we're gonna see y'all on the next episode. Okay, all right. We're gonna see y'all. All right, okay. And don't forget to go check out the link in the description. We're gonna check us out on YouTube and get discounts on stuff. So we're gonna see y'all on the next one. Okay, all right now. All right.
Hee haw, hee haw.